Oh, boy. All right, you guys said you wanted to see some offensive replays, huh? Well, I got one for you. How about PM1? So, PM1 fought my defense, and we are cleared for a rematch with him. So, of course, what else are we going to do other than fight the GOAT himself? Now, at the moment, I don't know if he's fully recovered from his surgery yet. All I know is that Homeboy had back surgery, and he's been out of commission for a while. That's why he hasn't been putting out any videos. But at the very least, we know he's well enough that he can play Faye. So, at least that much is good. So, hit us with a minus 70. We actually did pretty bad this round. We've been taking losses all over the place. Minus 50, minus 70, but it is what it is. I mean, can't really do much. My defense is only as good as the units that I have access to. There's a bunch of recent units that I don't have that I would love to run. Like Emblem Corin, the new Duo Freya, for example. Like, units like that. But it is what it is. Alright, so of course, we've got Alphonse. PM1 himself in the flesh. We got here Duo Plumeria. We got Baby Camilla, of course. And then we got a pretty well built up heir over there. We have also Peony, and then we have Rune. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how he did against us, and then we're going to go ahead and try our best to take him down. All right, starts off with a dance on Baby Camilla. All right, just breaking some stuff. Vandalism, okay. All right, so doesn't go in for the attack on round one there. Not really sure why he was scared off. Maybe because of the traps. Maybe he wants to go ahead. Yep, there we go. So he's going to test the traps first before he starts going in for real. It's pretty easy for Baby Camilla to beat the Hex Trap, actually. Like, once blessings are taken into account, and then if you give her summoner support and the HP 5, attack and speed 3 seal, it's pretty simple for her to just bust ass on the Hex Trap. Okay, so his extra unit comes in. It's Ninja Lucina. All right, goes in and takes out my Ectordeer. This is why a lot of people run Rhea as the near save instead of him, because obviously she's got the Miracle, and with the Hardy Bearing Seal, she can much more effectively tank Baby Camilla. All right, at this point, he can either hit and run, or he can take his time picking us off one by one. Let's see what he goes for. It looks like he's just going to go for the hit and run. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to reach, because the defense that I'm running here doesn't really have any movement shenanigans to give us a surprise KO. We're really just relying on pretty much just facing bad opponents for the most part, which happens so often that it's fine to just use this for the most part. But, all right, Martha's going to get one cheeky attack in on Ninja Lucina, but still fail to get the KO. And then he should be able to get the pots pretty easy here. Yeah, Balder without air superiority. Not like you would want to run that on her in Aether Raid's defense, but it is a very good skill to give her, I think. All right, going ahead and breaking the pots, and then he should be able to take out Balder. And he does it in style, does it with himself, his own character. So, it couldn't be a bigger flex than that, right? All right, now let's go ahead and rematch our boy and see how we do here. All right, let's go ahead and proceed. And let's... Oh, AR tier 36? Maybe he hasn't played for the day yet. There's no way he's ranked that low. Okay, so we got here a Brave Balder with the Celica Ring. All right, then we got King Freyr. Got Baby Camilla with the Micaiah Ring. Okay, Lunge King Freyr, interesting, with Pavis. Okay, then we have Breath of Life Rhea with Hardy Bearing. And Distance Stance, interesting. Okay, then we have Ectordeer. He's going to be the near save. So, yeah, all I have to do is test traps, and then we should be able to player phase with my Baby Camilla, or even wait for the bonus unit, because I have Uma Lin who could come in and give us range attacking with my Camilla, so then we'd be able to just avoid his traps straight up. All right, we got Balder there with the Sigurd Ring. All right, then we have Lay Radar over there with Armored March. and barricade, and there you go. So, any comments that I have on his defense? It's pretty similar to mine, right? Like, this is his free-to-play account, I believe, so he's obviously limited in what units he can use. A lot of more recent releases are absent from his defense, which is the same with me. So I can respect it, man. We are two peas in a pod here. So I have two options for whatever we want to run here. I could go for this bait team here. There's two variations. One with Rhea and Ectordeer, and one with Dual Marth and Ectordeer. I could probably bait him, I think. Just got to watch out for Lay Radar. But yeah, baiting, he doesn't have Loki here, so actually Ectordeer and Dual Marth would put in a lot of work here. Yeah, but I want to player phase. He player phase me. I want to player phase him back, so we'll go for the player phase team here. Man, I really wish we could save offense replays, too. Like, I don't get why we can only save defense replays. Even if it's only one offense replay at a time, I would still like the option to save them. So, like, it would be more seamless. Because I know a lot of people want me to do offense replays, but it's honestly a pain in the neck to record them. So, yeah, it would just be so much easier if I could just record after I'm done playing and then... Or, like, save the replay after I'm done playing and then record it afterwards. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Let's see. We could test traps. Pretty sure Camilla's just going to body his Ectordeer. He doesn't seem to have Kanto control anywhere, so... Yeah, not even Corrin Ring either. So, again, me and him are like two peas in a pod here. We don't have Emblem Corrin to work with. So, what would be our best bet here for... just getting rid of some traps? Okay, so Edelgard's probably best off. She'll be able to warp in and attack Balder as soon as we get rid of Ectordeer. He's the only one with Warp Bubble that can reach. Like, this guy's got Barricade. That's not going to reach. Rhea doesn't have anything. So, yeah, as soon as we get rid of Ectordeer, we can just warp in with Edelgard. Okay, maybe would be a good idea to test this trap right there, see if that's the real bolt trap. So, all right, let's grab air. What we can do is repo air up with Milla, have her move in, attack this figure, and then Kanto back, and then we can dance her with Peony and get her out of the way. Seems legit. I would like Camilla to be in a little bit of a better spot, though, but I mean, for the time being, this is okay. All right, so we go ahead and do that. We do have the Sigurd Ring on air, so she'll be able to cancel away. All right, that was not the trap. So, Tricky Dicky over here. All right, let's go ahead and break this with Milla. How do we do? Let's see. Oh, we can't even beat him. Interesting. We will, well, I could end Edelgard's turn. We could just, like, check how we do after we start getting some debuffs on him. What do we want to do here? We have actually a couple of options to get air out of the way. Let's end Edelgard's turn. I just want to see how we do after we get some debuffs. Yeah, so if I get Edelgard into a better spot to end her turn, we'll get more debuffs, and then Camilla would be able to beat him more easily. All right, for now, though, let's just take our time. Would also not be a bad idea to try to get this Camilla in some place where she'd be able to hit with the Lin Ring. All right, so maybe we'll go for this. End our turn there. All right, so that's the first turn down. Okay, so how do we do here? Yeah, obviously with Rhea having magic save, gotta wait a little bit on that. May not be a bad idea to test one of the gravity traps too, since we have the chance. How do we want to go about doing that? Let's see here. Okay, we'll go for the repo on air. We'll go ahead and attack this infantry school, and that was the real trap, so why don't we go ahead and get rid of that for later. All right, we'll go ahead and repo air down. It's probably best for me to have Camilla there. Yeah, I'm going to put Camilla over there. Lynn is going to spawn in. Uma Lynn is going to spawn right over there, so that's pretty good. I guess we'll just wait until next turn before we start going in. All right, so we'll end our turn right here. All right, a bunch of procs go off there, and his bonus... Oh, actually, Lynn spawned over there. I was hoping she'd spawn over there. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so his extra unit was Byleth. Interesting that he's using Byleth there in a spot that he can't protect with both of his saves. I've personally found the 8 slot to be kind of bad, actually, because it's really hard to put it in a spot where you'd be able to safely protect it. Even if you put it right in front, like, then you can't have a trap there, which that kind of sucks. So, yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan. We could just straight up wallop this guy if we just put Camilla right there. Do we want to do that yet? Are we going to activate Gale Force, though? How many times are we actually going to hit this guy? Probably, like, once. We'll just do it. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we did get the Gale Force, which is good. So we can get another action off with her. All right, we definitely want to try to get rid of Rhea then, so this Camilla would be able to do something with her Lin Ring over there. Yeah, so we know this is the real Bolt Trap, which kind of messed up with my Edelgard placement a little bit. Huh. All right, what do we want? Should we go for Edelgard or should we go after Byleth here? If it's not Camilla who takes out Byleth, I actually don't know who it would be. Because I don't think... I'm not sure if Uma Lin would be able to take him out. Certainly Edelgard is not going to be able to. So we probably don't want to go after her there. Also, this trap in front of King Freyr is fake. We already determined that. So, let's see here. What is the best way to go about this? I really wish instead... Lynn has... or Camilla has Kanto Distant. I really wish she had Kanto Rem instead of Kanto Distant. Because a lot of the times when I'm running Gale Force on her, she has a hard time Kantoing really far back. It doesn't matter that much, but whatever. I could just whiff an action with Lynn. I'd rather not have to, but... Also, who is the unit that we're going to save for the end, by the way, so we can get the pots? I actually don't need to get the pots in this fight. This is my final fight, and we're not going to get enough lift from the two, or Aether from the 2 pots to do another fight. So technically, I don't have to get him, but I'm still going to get him anyway. Yeah, I would say probably let's get rid of Rhea right now. Actually, we can't. Oh, wow. That's a little wrench in my plans there. Okay, so how are we getting rid of Rhea? Probably with Uma Lin somehow. So why don't we just go ahead and get rid of Byleth first? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Byleth there. And where do we want to Kanto? Say maybe over there. I'm actually unsure. Yeah, she's got 3. She's not going to be able to reach Camilla over there. I'm not 100% sure how well Lynn is actually going to do. But at this point, this is certainly our best bet. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get Lynn over there. We're not able to reach yet. I don't think I've used Repo yet on Milla, so we should go ahead and do that. Alright, so we do absolutely nothing to Rhea. Jesus. Oh my god, these units. Yeah, this Rhea has aged so well. She's aged like fine wine, man. Came out at the start of the year. Here we are at the end of the year, and she is like damn near the best save unit still. So obviously that's pretty good. We used one action with Lynn, right? So we still have one action left with her. I was really hoping we'd be able to get rid of Rhea, but I guess we can't. We can get rid of Camilla, which would be a good idea. I think what I want to do is actually start attacking with Edelgard too. Yeah, let's go for Edelgard. Let's just get that action ended. I'm going to dance on her. And then she'll be able to take out Freyr, Camilla, and Balder. And now Lynn is able to take out that other Balder as well. So that's great. And then these two, they shouldn't be able to reach far enough to be much of a threat. So we actually don't need this Camilla right now. We could just get her out of the way. Let's go for a dance there. And then, oh wow, yeah. Pavis on King Freyr. That certainly comes in handy there. And we can't warp all the way. Yeah, we would have to attack King Freyr because this guy's got warp bubble there. All right, we'll just go in. We'll just go for one shot in on Freyr. It's fine. Doesn't matter if we don't kill him there. We still have 3 extra actions to go. That's 1 down. That's 2 down. All right, we got 2 more to go. We can take out, obviously, Camilla and Balder. Actually, okay, that's a big problem if we can't get rid of that Balder. All right, let's at least, let's definitely get rid of Camilla, though, because she could be the most annoying one. All right, can we? Okay, now we can get rid of that Balder, which is great. And then we can get rid of that Balder as well. So afterwards, I don't think these two are going to be able to reach us, so we should be fine. This Lynn has what kind of Kanto? Kanto Rem? Okay, so we definitely want to attack with the range style then with her. Oh, she can't kill with the... That sucks. Huh. Yeah, that's a little annoying. How about you? How do you do over there? Absolutely nothing. Are we going to be able to get her out of the way, though? That's the question. Let's start with Camilla, or let's start with Edelgard, just getting rid of this Balder over here. And then we'll cancel her out of the way. And now let's see if you can do that. Nope. Okay, so we want to... That's interesting that she does less damage when she attacks from range. But when she attacks from close, she does more. Does she get damage based on movement? Like how many spaces she moves? I don't know, man. There's just way too many things to keep track of in this godforsaken game nowadays. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. We'll get rid of her. All right, we'll just cancel. Oh, we could cancel there, or we could cancel over there. We'll just go over there because I can repo her. And yeah, this should be do-si-do pretty much. All right, those two are going to move, but they can't reach us. So yeah, we are Gucci. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this little YouTuber duel. Always a blast to play against the goated PM1. Couldn't ask for a better possible opponent. I do wish we could both play at full potential, though. Like, if it wasn't up to money, like how much money we've spent on the game and like what kind of units we've got access to. Like, let's say there was a Pokemon showdown for Faye, where we could just build whatever team we wanted with all the best units, all the best skills, and all that stuff. I would love to play PM1 under those conditions. Like, let's see if we both pushed the game as far as we could. Who would come out on top there? Would be pretty fun to see. But as it stands now, we are both just free to play at the mercy of RNG gacha. So that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed that little duel there. And I will catch y'all again on the flip side.